Hey guys, welcome to another episode of FORGECLASH, which is a best of three series where we pit two decks from the meta against each other and give you both opponents' perspective, breaking down the decks, get to watch the games, and then the kind of aftermath and thoughts and conclusions on it. And my idea of this series is to kind of see how these decks match up and to kind of understand like what the play style is and what the thinking is behind the decks as we go. Now, we've run three of these already, as I said, and we've had some. I remember, for example, the Necrons game particularly went quite a long time. Today's ones feature two aggro decks, so I'm expecting some fire, some quick games, so let's dive into it. Now, I'm going to be actually piloting the Uriel Ventress deck, Ultramarines, and the Ecclesiarch is going to be piloting an aggro Haarken World Claimer deck, which he is having some real success with. And this type of matchup is, like I say, is very much aggro on aggro. So in terms of the overall focus of the deck, it's really about trying to be the beatdown and establish the beatdown. Now you might say, well, how does that work when you're both aggro? And honestly, it comes down to reading the game situation. And often who goes first is a big part of it. So if I've got the first turn, I've actually got the initiative. If he's got the first turn, he's got the initiative. In an aggro versus aggro match, that really, really matters because essentially we kind of get an extra turn to sort of end the match. Because if you think about it, if he gets like turn 7, I get turn 7 to try and end the game, whereas he's only had 6 turns still. So if I end the game at my end of my turn 7, I've technically had an extra turn than him. So in an aggro versus aggro match, it's going first is a huge advantage, and often what that means is when I'm going second is one of the things I try to think about is, do I need to play control until I kind of get an edge and maybe tip the health points of the warlords and go, right now I can push, or I've got the board control and I can push and I can be the beatdown again. So there's a lot of really interesting and subtle tactics going on there. Now, the Uriel Ventress deck that I'm running, for those of you who haven't seen, go and check out my Uriel Swarm video. I ran 65% against 20 human opponents on the ladder, and I've made a video all about that. So I'm going to leave you to kind of see that for like some real depth on the kind of card choices in particular. But really, what we're trying to do is play a very, very low curve. And you'll notice we've only got 3 cards in the whole deck that are above 5 energy. 1 Scepter Sergeant, 1 Lieutenant Cassius as a finisher, and 1 Librarian, because what Uriel does is he is now able to overcome one of his previous weaknesses, which is to draw cards. And we do that through a Hero's Respite. We do it through Uriel's ability to essentially get an extra card at the start of the game. And we do it through like the Librarian, who can also draw a card. Now, what we have is a lot of very powerful like codex abilities. We've got things right from Firstborn at 2 energy through our Stern Guard Sergeants, and in our 5 drops as well we play the improved Impulsors. So we can, with the Tactical Insight, we can push some really quite magical tempo turns to really force our opponent onto the back foot. And again, the only downside in this match, of course, being an aggro matchup, is if we're going second, we might find it slightly more difficult than we would in sort of normal ladder games, but still. So you know that's what we're trying to do with the deck. Now, one thing we need to think about with Uriel is, sorry, not Uriel, with Haarken, obviously, is our board position a little bit. Thinking about his potential to always go blast 2. And take out neighbouring units. That's definitely something, especially when we've got a lot of low to the ground units. That's definitely a consideration. The other thing is, even in the tempo war, we can think we're ahead. You know, we could have a unit, sometimes even 2 units down the board. But as the game goes on, we have to think about the fact that he is running things like Hellfire, which obviously. Not Hellfire, Helldrake Strike. Gosh, get your words out, PJ. Which, you know, can be quite devastating, quite a devastating AoE. And he also, of course, has the Sword of Draconum. So when we are into a race between the 2 units, then we've really got to look out for things like the Sword of Draconum, and that's where things like our stun and our vanguards could really come into play. So overall, I think this is a fairly even matchup. I think that Uriel, if we were to play like 100 games, I do guess that Uriel probably has a slight advantage, but it's not a lot. I think these two, we've picked these 2 decks on purpose. They're very, very close. They're very much like a classic aggro race, And if one side has an advantage, it's probably something like a 55-45 matchup at worst. So it's a very, very evenly matched Forge Clash that we've got for you today. So we're going to jump into some games now. Hope you enjoy. Please follow along, post your comments and thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate the support, as would the Ecclesiarch. Make sure to head over to his channel and see his perspective too after you've watched here. So let's jump into some games. Okay, so Forge Clash, we have Uriel versus Haarken World Climber. Let's see how this one goes. So, okay, so I don't think we need Storm Raven. Humanity Shield could actually be very good in this game, but can you keep it from the start? I'm going to try keeping it. I'm not sure if that's correct, but my understanding is this is going to be an aggro race. So part of me thinks that it normally isn't correct to keep Humanity Shield, but it might be in this matchup. But admittedly, this is a little bit of an experiment, so we'll see. Now, one of the things we do have to think about is where we want to put this, because what is he going to attack? He's going to want to get that on blast damage, isn't he? So I think this is better to go here. This looks like quite a good... This looks like quite a good use of this to me. Okay, so super aggro opening from us. The big worry is we run out of resources pretty fast here. So we're looking to draw probably into one of our 5 or 6 drops soon. Sure, okay. Not going to develop the scout. See, we lost tempo, and this is the problem with this opening, and also with keeping Humanity Shield. You know, that could have been a card there. So now we're behind. Good that we didn't drop the scout last turn, though.
Taking cover. Enemies in range.
I'd like to see Urkis here.
My hate drives me.
Good use of camouflage from him to prevent the use of our stratagems to take that out. It's a really good strategy for Chaos in general against Ultramarines. But I think we've run into like a classic problem for aggro in general, but certainly for this Uriel deck in this match, where obviously we've chosen that Humanity Shield. It may well still pay off, but you can see how we're suffering right now. Right, we're starved for resources with such a good aggro. Oh, that's not good for us. That's not good for the race. Not good at all. So this, couple of options here. We could develop this. I think we do this actually. We could have played that and that obviously and traded round. But I kind of like this to try and block the 6 damage. If he plays a big unit here, we can use Inspired Retribution, hopefully. Okay, he's going to use... Okay. Execution coming up, right? Wait. Oh, so he just takes the 2... Oh, he's got the clear as well. Nice. Very well played by him. Very well played. So we should have lethal here. Don't believe he runs any way of healing. We're not worried about vanguards. Yeah. GG. Good game. Very back and forth. Obviously the shield potentially paid off for us at the end. We don't know whether he had lethal or not. But we struggled a lot in the mid game. Okay, on to the next one.
You are nothing before the might of the Black Legion.
So we're going second this time, so depending... Has he actually got a 2-drop in hand? Let's have a look. He has, he has.
I serve the dark gods.
The ideal play is the firstborn pinging that. But it's a 50-50. We could attack and draw. Or we could just clear with the Reaver.
We need to move now.
Might need this 3 damage. When he's using resilience and both putting beefy units down, I've got a feeling that's going to matter. The other way we could just play it is to just master a fleet. We got a bit low on resources last time, so I might slow play this a tiny bit.
Drives me. Yeah.
Can't get too far behind. We've taken 2 hits to face there.
I strike from the warp.
I think blocking here is correct.
Courage and yeah.
And I think we do guarantee the 2 damage there. We don't want to give him the... He could trade with his hero power and only receive 1 damage back and still put 2 on here for tempo. Okay, this is nasty. This is nasty.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
This is really big for him. I think we've taken too much damage here. Especially if he has sword. If he has the Sword of Drakenham here, I think that's it for us. Okay, he doesn't, but he does have the crawler. So what do we do? So we can definitely do that. Do we want to develop anything here? Kind of need to draw some cards, don't we? I feel like we're so far behind that we might need to use the tactical insight here. Do we use tactical insight just to draw? Next turn's turn 7. 1, 2. It'll give us 3 new cards. I feel like we have to, because we're getting so far behind. This is not ideal at all. He's definitely done a good job disrupting us.
I'll destroy you.
Nice. I think we've lost boys and girls. Yeah, I think we lost this one. Okay. GG. Good job by him, keeping the pressure on, the tempo. We had a very awkward curve that game, and he just really never let us up. Mind going back and watching that one. It was very interesting. Okay, here we go.
You are nothing before the might of the Black Legion.
Take down those traitorous dogs!
I see the dark gods.
Same position. Oh god. See, the difference here though is we could play Firstborn, and if it misses, we could do this into Scout. I think I prefer that.
We are sons of
Okay.
Yeleman.
Oh no. Wait.
Yeah!
So it turns out it's correct to keep the Scout. Does he spawn them here? No. Traitors hate though. They finishes off nicely. We'll respond to that with Stern Guard. Now, do we tactical insight here, or do we tactical on the Primaris? The problem with the Primaris is that we're kind of playing to spawn them, don't we? We're not getting much value from the 2 that we then play. I'd rather get more value from it, so I think I'm going to stick to that. I think I'm going to go play as aggro here because we are ahead. The last game we took more of a control mantle because we were sort of playing from behind the whole time.
Live in your nightmares. For courage and honor!
Yeah!
Okay, so maintaining tempo, staying ahead.
My hate drives me.
3, right? Yeah, so there's no way I can keep this alive, so that trades. And I think I'm going to make use of the resources that we've got, because we're getting a bit low. Bondon hurts us here. He might play sword and just kill the Rhino, but he's still quite a bit behind on board if he does that. Yeah, I think Spawndum's correct. And probably hero power for the blast and the buff, right? No. Okay, he's going for the big Plague Marine. I don't think he runs Frenzy in this deck.
There's no hiding from Ultramar's wrath. Yeah.
So I think we're just going to keep on the beat down. Now, does he look to Vanguard up his unit? But he's also probably worried about my hard removal with that play. Okay, so he goes for the Helldrake and gets the clear. 4 regeneration. Nice. This is not a good hand. I think we've literally just got to hope on the top draw here. I mean, the good thing is we are... Oh, he's got draw. He can't play sword. He hasn't got much to press us at the minute. So that early tempo advantage is really helping. Oh boy. Ain't gonna last long though. Thing is, I don't even think we can use point blank to draw. I think we've just got to... Ah, oh, he's got the vulnerability. Okay, so we need hard removal. We haven't got it. Even if we play to kill this.
They'll be dead before they see me coming. Yeah. We are sons of Gilliman.
He's got the sword, he's won. No, he hasn't. He's 2 off. He wins. Wow, well played. Well played indeed, Ecclesiarch. That's very, very clever, that finish. Very, very smart. Super interesting. Super interesting. I wonder whether we should have killed that rather than the... I wonder whether we should have killed the Noise Marine, because that was his only reach. Great games. Wow, so there we have it. What a series. It ended 2-1 to the Ecclesiarch. Congratulations, my friend. Well played. Very well done there at the end. I just wanted to recap that final game very quickly. So let's just jump back and have a quick look at how we ended the game there. Now, I wanted to kind of like walk you... To me, this is a fantastic advert for Warpforge, and also a fantastic advert for kind of really thinking about how you branch different decisions and how you kind of, you know, ultimately decide to play each game, and how every decision can kind of lead to wins and losses. And in this case, we lost this game. And you look at where we are right here. We're sitting here on 16 health, and you know, there's a couple of things we can think about. So the first thing is, we start out by realizing that we're not really, you know, we're the one threatening reach, right? He's down to 6 health. He's had to vanguard up his unit, and now, you know, he's probably worried about our stratagems because we're very close to ending him. On the other hand, we're not particularly concerned about his reach here, and his Plague Marine, you know, okay, it has 5 attack, but, you know, he's not, even if he plays like Sword of Drachnum here, you know, he's only got sort of 11. We're pretty safe-ish in terms of reach. And so looking at this hand, we've got a few options. We could either save our damage for face and hope to play for next turn for the draw. We can take out the Plague Marine, or we can take out the Noise Marine. Now, I chose to take out that Plague Marine. I believe it had 4, it might have been 5 even, I think it's 4 things of resistance, packs of resistance on it. And I see here a turn where we can get rid of it. Obviously, we do the 3 from the Primus Reaver, put him down to 5, 2 from our Lord, put him down to 3, and then we can simply use Master of the Fleet, dealing 1 damage to everything, although triggering the Noise Marine. That's one misplay I think we made there. And then the other thing would be the point blank to finish it. A different way we could have played, and as it turned out, is we probably were better off here actually removing the Noise Marine, because the Noise Marine is the thing that actually can grow and therefore turn the situation where he doesn't really have the reach to suddenly having the reach. That's the thing that could threaten us. Whereas the Plague Marine can't really do that. So if we were going to remove a unit here, it probably should have been the Noise Marine. That's lesson 1. I think lesson 2 is, if we were going to remove the Plague Marine, we shouldn't have used Master of the Fleet, because Master of the Fleet gave the Noise Marine the extra buff because it obviously wounded the Warlord. Or we just save our stuff and we play, you know, we play to kind of end Haarken next turn. So that's the way we could have gone. And of course, what we chose to do, quick recap. Even if we play to kill this, speed it up a little bit. So there you see. So that ping there obviously boosts the Noise Marine. We did make use of the 3 damage. He's got the sword, he's won. And there we have it. Yeah. I wonder whether we should have killed. I wonder whether he wins. Wow, well played. Well played. Very well played. So yeah, so just want to say well played to the Ecclesiarch. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy these FORGECLASH series. Please leave your comments in. Please leave your thoughts in the comments actually on the games or anything that we've just seen there. Let us know what matchups you'd like to see. We are planning to do Uriel versus Swarmlord. That's one matchup that we're planning, but let us know if there's any others that you'd really like to see. And thanks for all your support. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and head over to the Ecclesiarch to see his perspective at the same time. Alright guys, until the next one, take care of yourselves.